Sound check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Do you hear me? Good. Welcome everybody. Good morning, Stefano. Nice to meet you again this year. As you understand, I was not able to be present for the meeting, so I'm recording this video instead. I need to tell you it's the very first time I record a video in that way, so let's pray for the best if it's working. I suppose Linnea make a quick introduction about what we do at MIT, so let's start. My unit is called Medical IT. In short, we develop software related to drugs around knowledge databases in focus. Around 2005, we were the pioneer when developing the system for electronic prescriptions, which is still in use in Sweden as today. We are, for example, today involved in the development of electronic referral letters instead of using fax machines. Yes, I said fax machines. My name is Pierre Arthuis and I started at MIT around 6 years ago. Before that, I've been working for different pharmaceutical companies in Sweden as a project leader with tech projects, validation projects, quality manager, team leader for IT operations. We have 3 development teams. The first one is managing electronic prescriptions only within Stockholm County. The second one is managing pregnancy, breastfeeding, lowered kidney function, and environment impact. The last one is produced by another department outside eHealth. The last one that I'm in charge of is managing interactions, risk profile, and sex and gender. The grouping is mostly due to competence issue for the first one, and for the last 2 the purpose is to have a similar workload and complexity. As you maybe know, we are the only Swedish independent producer of evidence-based knowledge databases for drugs. My responsibility is to manage 3 products: drug interactions, risk profile, and sex and gender databases. The scope is a bit more than taking care of a simple database, as I will explain later on. Risk Profile is our new flagship product to be launched at the beginning of next year. Linnea or Emma can give you some more details about it. Hi Emma, are you there? Wave to everybody, please. I hope you are participating. The challenge with it is not only to make a nice problem presentation, but in the next generation we aim to present suitable drug alternatives to high-risk drugs in a specific category without increasing significantly risk levels in other categories, and in addition to that, taking drug interactions problems into consideration. In short, the risk profile presents accumulated scores in 9 risk categories, which are, if I simplify, 9 side effect categories, chosen among around 30, like you can see on the screen. We develop software to take care of the administration for all of our knowledge databases and for the distribution of these through our own websites as well as through API at the regional and national level. To achieve that, we all need to master all dimensions regarding drugs as a developer, test leader, or product owner. We are around 13 people working at MIT, divided in 3 different categories and working as a Swiss knife, army knife, with a large choice of roles. We are 3 product owners. 2 of them working tight together with our colleagues from the business side, like Linnea, Emma, in trying to understand the needs in order to develop the product in a correct direction. As you see, I work as a business analyst, gather requirements, I try to be proactive in release management, work with incident management, web design, and I am the primary contact regarding tech issues for my products with customers, suppliers. Developers are also accumulating roles, not only as a simple developer, but taking care of actual release steps. Architecture matters, troubleshooting software, web design, and improving the technologies we use. In my presentation, Thomas, my colleague, will talk about Cucumber testing, a new, simple but high-tech approach in testing. The everyday life is focused on agile development with Scrum, with a strong focus on risk assessment and continuous improvements. Since 2 years ago, 4 of our products are classified as national information systems under the supervision of the Swedish Medical Product Agency. That means a lot of more documentation, but hopefully a higher quality products. Let's talk about future projects. We always deal with minor and major upgrades, but the next major step for me is to convert the administration tool for creating and managing interaction pairs from an old hard client to a web-based version with advanced functionality to make it also more user-friendly and less time-consuming for writers. Those writers must deal with around 20,000 interactions, 3,000 substances, 24,000 texts. Many are common within interactions, and around 10,000 references. We will work on the next generation of the risk profile web interface in order to be able to give alternative recommendations. During this year, we have been contacted regarding the possible development of 3 new knowledge databases, existing as of today more like Excel files, only at one location without interface. The files are to be converted to a database with an easy access through a web interface. For these, doctors need to send a request, I suppose by phone, and wait for the answer. The request is processed and the answer takes some time, I suppose a few hours, and be delivered back to the doctor. The first one is about whether or not injecting different drugs through the same IV catheter is okay. We have some issues like pH and so on. In order to decrease patient discomfort, where there is no need to have, for example, another IV catheter in the other arm. And you could save some money as well. The second one, it's a stability database when having, for example, an open vial stored X days, hours in a room, in room temperature or cold, and so on. And you want to know if the content is still okay to use. I suppose there is a poor coverage of information from pharmaceutical companies in special cases. That might not be so unusual. The last one is a database over splitting pills. I assume there is also a lack of information. Well, last I want to show you we know how to have some fun at work on this small island. Södermalm. We have barbecue during summer. We had Hawaii Friday during summer, and right now during December, Christmas Friday. That was all for today. If you want to contact me, send me a mail or chat. Perfect. One more thing. People always ask me why I have a WeChat account, and it's because my son spent 1 year in China and will return soon to study there. Now I will leave you with Thomas. Goodbye, everybody.